Welcome to this lecture session, Open Loop and Closed Loop System under Unit 1, Systems and their Representation of Control System. So let's recall the last class topic. In last class we discussed about what is a control system and list the key components of a control system. So we know that the key components of a control system includes the input, controller, plant or process, and output system, which includes the feedback and error signal. So from this we define the control system as it is the output, the system which is represented by the input and output. The output is controlled by the input system, which getting a desired output. And today's topics for discussion is open loop control system, closed loop control systems and their applications. We know that the open loop control system, which does not include the feedback of the signal, but in closed loop control system it includes the feedback of the signal. And now let's explore the DT empathize part of the system. So we know that let's think about the real-time applications of bread toaster and air conditioners, heater and everything. So let's recall the bread toaster. We have to set the timer and the toaster will process based on the algorithm setting. And finally we got the output based on the toasted bread, which based on the color. And the same as that of the air conditioner and hair dryer also. And now let's open loop and control systems. The open loop control systems we discussed about the type of control system in which the output has no influence or effect on the control actions. The control action is solely based on the input signal. So the best example of open loop control system is a traffic light controller. The desired light pattern in software which is designed based on the timing, it will set the output. In open loop control system we consider an examples the electric hand dryer also. Once the button is pressed, the dryer runs for a fixed amount of time, irrespective of whether the hands are dry or not. So this makes the system simple but not very accurate one. So let's the advantages and disadvantages of open loop systems are: it is a simple design and also expensive also, and low cost, easy to maintenance. The disadvantages include no error correction, less accurate and affected by disturbances. So now let's move on to the closed loop control system, the empathize part of the closed loop control system. A closed loop control system is a system in which the output is continuously monitored and feedback to the controller. The controller now compares the output with the reference input and adjusts the control action accordingly. So this feedback mechanism helps the system to reduce error and compensate the disturbances. So common example is an air conditioner. We know that the air conditioner continuously senses room temperature and adjusts cooling to maintain the set temperature. So advantages and disadvantages of closed loop systems are higher accuracy, automatic error correction, better disturbance rejection. The disadvantage include it is a complex design and higher cost. It requires feedback components. So applications of open loop and closed loop control system. The applications open loop systems are used in washing machines, traffic light controllers, and closed loop system are used in speed control of motors, temperature control systems, automatic voltage regulators and etc. The main is this one is the hair dryer, and the dryer runs for a fixed amount of time after a button is pressed, irrespective of whether the hands are dry or wet. The second one is the water tank level control. It maintains a desired water level in the tank. Let's move on to the summarized part of this session. So in this session we discussed about the open loop control system and closed loop control system based on some examples. Now let's move on to the curiosity challenge. The scenario which is given us balance a long stick in one finger. So take 2 minutes to balance the stick and discuss about the feedback mechanisms involved. So learning outcome, students will experience first-hand how continuously feedback and adjustments are essential for maintaining the balance. So now the assessment session. The first one is, which of the following is a key characteristic of an open loop control systems? The answer is control action is independent of the output. The second one is, in a closed loop control system, the primary purpose of feedback is to compare output with reference input and reduce error. These are all the references. Thank you.